Resources that we tend to overlook is also the best and easiest way to find new business. I'm talking about the people that you already know. In other words, your sphere of influence. Your SOI consists of the people who you already know, like, and trust you. This pool of buyers is a perfect place to start prospecting. But you have to be sure that they're all aware of what you do and how you can help them and the referrals they bring to you. You won't get very far as a secret agent. You might assume that everyone knows you're in real estate, but I can't tell you how many times I've heard from friends, I didn't know you did that. Or we just bought a house with an agent. Nothing is more frustrating than to hear that someone you know just bought a home and never even thought about you. If the people in your sphere don't know about your career, you could be missing out on some big opportunities. Let the world know you're in real estate with these simple steps. First, wear a name tag. This is a most subtle way of letting everyone you come in contact with know that you're an agent. Second, trade your business card for money. What I mean by that is when you pay for a regular service such as a massage therapist, cleaners, nail salon, restaurant owners, gym membership, lenders, physicians, hairdressers, ask them for business in return. Everyone you have regular contact with should know you're an agent. Third, send out a personal email or a letter to everyone in your SOI announcing some news about your career. Either that you just got your real estate license or that you've joined a new team or a brokerage. The key is to let them know what you can offer them as a buyer's agent. Aim to send it out to at least 150 people. This number is based off the number of people you would invite to your wedding or who would attend your funeral. 150 is the average number of people to whom your opinion holds some weight. Make sure you give the name of your office and team, explain what you bring to the table, and ask for referrals going forward. Once you've sent out your letter, some of your contacts will respond to your message on their own to congratulate you. They might even give you a lead, which is fantastic. Make sure that you send them a thank you card. You definitely want to keep that line of communication open for possible future leads. A good contact who goes out of their way to keep in touch and support you in your business is absolutely golden. But what about those people who don't respond to your announcement? Well, don't count them out just yet. You still have a great opportunity to follow up. And that's step 2, follow up with Ford. Follow up is huge for real estate agents, really for anyone who wants to get things done. So after you send out your letter, it's time to make some calls. I get it. Making phone calls can be a daunting task, but not making phone calls and missing out on sales will be even worse. Luckily, we have a handy tool to help you make these calls easier for you. We call it the Ford Dialogue, F-O-R-D. This script gives you 4 key areas that you can use to guide your conversation and hopefully get some leads. It can be hard to know where to start a conversation, especially when you haven't connected with a person in a while. But the Ford Dialogue is designed to provide a natural progression in the conversation. It will help you make a genuine connection with the person and allow you to talk about your business without feeling forced or overly salesy. How you start the conversation will probably depend on how long it's been since you talked to them. You could start something with as simple as, hey, I just wanted to make sure you got my letter about my new career as a real estate agent. Wouldn't want to leave you out. Hope things are going well for you. I'd love to catch up. Make sure that you tell them upfront that you're calling about real estate. There's nothing more offensive than calling someone and then mentioning real estate or asking for a referral at the end of the conversation. You don't have to talk about it straight out of the gate, but make sure they know the intention of the call. If it's been a long time since you've spoken, you can start out with the apology script. Then you can jump right into Ford. The F is for family. Asking about someone's family is a natural starting point for almost any conversation. How are you doing? How's your partner? How are the kids? After that, you can ask them about occupation. How's your job? Are you still at such and such company? Anything exciting going on at work? This question is great because generally the question is reciprocated and they will ask about your job. That will lead us into R, recreation. Some questions you might ask are, what have you been up to lately? Do you still play tennis? What do you like doing in your free time? Lastly, you come to D, dreams. Have any fun trips coming up? What are your plans for the future? Where are you hoping to get to? Remember, that idea is to keep it genuine and conversational. Eventually, you can work on your elevator pitch for your new real estate career. Offer your friend an item of value, like a free market analysis on their home. Showcase your true expertise in the field and leave them with the impression that you are a knowledgeable and capable professional. With the 4 areas of Ford, you're guaranteed to have a great conversation with tons of talking points and possible lead-ins to your business. Oh, your in-laws are moving? Are they looking for an agent to help them buy their new house? That's so exciting. You're starting a new job next month. Are you going to have to relocate? Your trip to Florida sounds so nice. Yeah, that would be a great area to live in someday. Well, listen, if you ever do decide to make a move, I'd love to help you buy your house. Make sure you reiterate the name of your real estate team and company and let them know how your company is helping people, taking advantage of low interest rates, getting top dollar for their house when they do decide to list it, and so on. If you're new to the business and don't have a lot of personal experience or accomplishments to highlight, we recommend that you borrow the equity of your team leader or brokerage to explain the advantages of working with you and your company. The dialogue might go something like this. I've joined XYZ Real Estate, which has over 35 years of real estate experience. Together, we've helped 1,800 families move over the past year, and I'd love to help your family be the next one to move. Please reach out if you ever have any real estate needs. With the Ford dialogue, you have the questions you need to guide a conversation naturally and build confidence when you're making calls. It really is an invaluable tool, and you might be surprised how easy it becomes to rebuild old connections that could be huge for your business later on. So make those calls. It's time to let the world know that you're in real estate with the Ford dialogue. Start with writing your announcement letter from the template, and then practice a Ford dialogue with someone in your office for 30 minutes to an hour so that you're prepared to make those follow-up calls. And bam, just like that, everyone will know you as a preferred buyer's agent.
Awesome. Very, very good stuff. This is always one of my favorite ones. What'd you guys take away? I am pretty sure my audio works. Let's see.
I think everyone's still sleepy.
I like the dreams out of Ford because, you know, I think it's common to talk about like your family and your work and everything. But when you start to talk about somebody's dreams, that's probably where the home ownership and stuff is going to come up because, you know, you could easily lead that to, you know, well, you know, are you still renting or, you know, so I just like that, the dreams part of Ford. I'm going to focus on that today.
Awesome.
I like it.
Alex said, trade your business card for money. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Always leave your business card with people and you never know who's going to reach back out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Lily did yesterday, leaving her business card with taco shops.
No, my intention isn't that. So I'm building out a YouTube channel and I just want to build a local presence. So my goal is to like tag them and then hopefully they'll repost me and things like that. And then, yeah, so just trying to get myself out there. Huh?
And they give you free tacos too.
Yeah, they didn't give me free tacos yet, but eventually they will. They'll be begging me to give me free tacos.
But you gotta go deeper with the relationship though.
Yeah, I am. I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. But yesterday was just me rating the tacos, making a presence, getting to know the employees, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Love it. What else? All right. I saw Cynthia, I think you unmuted. Did you want to share something? Or any?
I was just gonna say Ford is always a great reference. You know, if you get stuck in a conversation, just go back to the basics like family, occupation, recreation, and dream.
Yep. No, I definitely agree with that. And it's super important. Something that I don't think they say it on the video, but does anybody watch? I want to say if anybody watches sports, but it's super important to organize your SOI. and just know when all of your people are moving, you know? If you know when everyone is moving, then you have a predictable business. As simple as that. If you have 50 people, just know when they're moving. Spread it out over the next 12 to 36 months. So, anyways, let's go on to the next one. We got the top 50 next. So that's a good one. Here we go. Boom.
As you start to grow your business and make connections with new people and other business owners, it's important to keep the referral side of your business thriving. And the key to that is your top 50. Your top 50 is a list of 50 people that already know, like, and trust you, who you believe will send you at least one referral this year. You've heard it said before that your database is your most important asset, your most valuable, precious thing that you own in real estate. And it's actually true, but you can't work with 400 or 300 or even 200 people on a regular basis effectively and have the personal connection you need to get the level of referrals that you want to be able to achieve a high level of business in real estate. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to make a list. This list can only have 50 people on it, no more, no less. They could be your friends, your family members. They could be people you went to school with, your frat brothers, your sorority sisters. The 50 people you hang out with, the ones you go out with as couples on weekends, the ones you go boating with or you play golf with, the 50 people you like most. Make a list of 50, and I want you to put them in the top 50 tracker we provided for you. Once you've identified the 50, I'm going to pause for just a second right here because some of you are thinking, I've got more than 50, or I don't quite have 50, or whatever your excuse is. If you have more than 50, you have to pare it down to 50. You can't do 60, and you can't do 70 or 80 or 90. And if you've got 30, that's not enough. So you have to build your base to 50. And you got to do activities that will help you build it to 50. You got to reach out. You got to make more connections. The minimum number, don't forget, is 50. Now, the maximum number is also 50. You have to have 50. I want to make sure you're clear on the 50, because if you're not clear on the 50, I can say it a few more times. It's 50 people who like you well and who you like back. Now, every month for the rest of your career in real estate, I want you to schedule time to have a personal touch with all 50 people in your top 50 database. As you can see here, this is the top 50 tracker. Each tab under the month will allow you to track the time or the type of personal touch you've made with that person. Make sure to use the last column to add notes so you can reference them as needed in your next month's conversations. You should also record the referrals you get from your top 50, who gave you the referral, and what you did to thank them for that referral. Be sure to enter these referrals into your lead tracker as well. You should also reference the top 50 initiatives, those monthly communication topics, the top 50 initiatives tab for ideas and activities to do each month for your top 50. The key to a good top 50 touch campaign is consistent, meaningful communication. Consistent here means monthly. That's right. Every single person in your top 50 list should receive a touch from you every single month. So to make sure this happens, you need to actually schedule these touches for each individual person. To break it down into super simple math, you'll need to do 3 touches per day. That's it. Just 3 per day. Add it to your calendar so you can be sure it gets done. Now, what does meaningful mean? In this case, it means personal, as in a phone call, a face-to-face visit, or a thoughtful message directly from you, not just a text or a canned drip email. Here are a few specific examples of meaningful contact. Make sure you think through these before you get started. A handwritten note or card, a phone call during which you touch on something they might have mentioned in social media, like a milestone event, a kid's game, or a special event. A group gathering like a book club meeting or maybe even a party. One of the best is a shared meal. Sit down and break bread together. A coffee date, or maybe a small, thoughtful gift personally delivered, something like fresh picked fruit, a plant, a plate of treats, or maybe a holiday token. A great way to find new, fresh ideas for pop buys, as they're called in the industry, is to search on Pinterest. The possibilities for gifts are endless. Just make sure it's something that you consider to be special. Make sure you know the important events in their lives and are sending them a personal card on those dates as well, such as anniversaries, birthdays, and special holidays. All of these are important. In order to make those 3 contacts per day, simply make 1 phone call, write 1 personal message, and have 1 face-to-face meeting. How hard would it be just to make 1 phone call to someone you know and like? Write 1 personal note, which I guarantee you will absolutely make their day when they receive it, and then have a meal or a coffee with someone else. That doesn't even sound like work at all, does it? To ensure more face-to-face meetings, consider joining an established networking or business group, or even better, create your own group based on mutual interest and hold monthly gatherings. Think book club, diners club, or maybe even a movie club. Phone calls and personal messages don't have to be a struggle either. If you can't think of what to say, start by mentioning something you saw on their social media. For example, I saw on Facebook that you and your husband just celebrated your 18th anniversary, and I wanted to say congratulations. Or I noticed that you just got back from Florida. I hope you had a wonderful time. I love going to the beach as well. Thanks for sharing those pictures. Once you start writing, calling, and meeting, keep track of what you did and who you did it for on your top 50 tracker. Make sure each person is getting a personal touch every single month. Schedule these touches ahead of time and make sure you're doing 3 a day to stay on track. You should also record referrals you get from your top 50. Who gave you the referral? And what did you do to thank them? Be sure to enter these referrals into your lead tracker as well. Second time I'm mentioning that because I don't want you to forget it. The Top 50 Initiatives is a great resource that includes multiple ideas for touches every month. You don't have to use these ideas, but they are here for your reference. I've used those ideas many, many times over the years. At the end of the first year, I want you to hold a client appreciation event. Now, this event is going to be fun because it can be small. It can be a manageable event. For example, in the summer, you could rent out a theater, you could buy some popcorn and host maybe a Beat the Heat movie afternoon. We also have a ton of clients that do a pie giveaway in November. It's a great way to thank your clients and top 50 for the past year. And it gives you several opportunities to reach out and touch your database. Clients get to choose what kind of pie they'd like. You get sponsors to help contribute to the cost. You just call a local bakery to make the pies, and the clients pick up the pies a day or 2 before Thanksgiving. Everyone loves this one. It's not overwhelmingly hard. You just have to do it. Remember, a client appreciation event only works if you are ready to put the time, effort, and energy into organizing a fantastic event. Commit right now to hosting 1 event next year. This gives you plenty of time to think about what you want to do, where do you want to do it, how do you think it can be done, and who will be your sponsor partners to help pay for the endeavor. Again, the key to properly managing your top 50 list is consistent, meaningful communication. Make sure you're doing your top 50 touches monthly. Write it into your schedule. Do it and track it. Soon you'll start to notice that your top 50 is sending you business because you are staying at the front of their minds. Your friends will feel appreciated. You will get referrals, and you both will enjoy a great friendship. It's a win-win. Start your top 50 campaign today by scheduling 3 meaningful touches per day for the next week. For a complete guide to mastering your top 50 and closing 86 transactions per year, you heard that right, 86 transactions per year, download the ebook 8651, which is attached to this video. And bam, just like that, you'll stay front of mind and earning business referrals all year long.
Bam, just like that. I get pumped up with this one.
That was a good one.
You know what? I'm gonna let you guys share because it's interesting because obviously we've went over this a few times and I always hear something new every time I go over it. But I'll let you guys go. What did you guys take away?
I definitely have to start the list. I put it on I have it like as a task to do, but haven't really finished it. So working on that top 50 list, and they've reminded me about like starting a group with common interests.
which is something that I've had in mind to do, and I haven't done yet.
Hmm.
And then kind of just having events around that. So like if it's yoga, I really like yoga, doing things like that.
Agreed. I love that. Well, actually, let's go deeper. So, Christine, what is the deadline you to get this done by?
Maybe next Wednesday, a week.
Oh, wow.
Is it maybe or for sure you're gonna get it done?
Well, that's a good question.
I mean, all you have
For
to
sure.
do.
Oh, wait, you're doing your top 50 by next Wednesday. You're not doing a yoga event, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the top 50.
Oh, got it. Okay,
All right.
yeah, we could do top 50 by next
So by
Wednesday.
next Wednesday, I have my calendar right here. So you're gonna do it by next Wednesday?
Okay, yes.
All right. Top 50, Christine. All right, I'm gonna check in on it. So,
Okay.
all right.
Better do it, Christine, because he'll definitely check on you.
Oh, Ivan knows. I
I
check
know,
on him.
I feel
Yeah.
the pressure.
All right, let's see.
Give me
Karen.
receipt.
Karen said, love staying front of mind. Yes, definitely you want to stay front of mind. What other takeaways did you guys get?
Don't be a secret agent, guys. You know, we tend to, especially when you're new. I mean, especially when you need to be out there more than us that have been out there in the business. So, I mean, you guys need to keep putting yourself out there. So never forget about that.
Yeah. Either you
Yeah.
talk to them or I'm gonna talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one phone call a day, one handwritten note a day, one face-to-face a day. And then I thought to myself, damn, one face-to-face a day, like that sounds like a lot. And then I thought to myself, wow, we have FaceTime. You could you could do face-to-face from the comfort of your house. How great. So you know, you could still do it, guys. You don't have to get in your car. Because a face-to-face, a FaceTime call and a phone call or Zoom, like Christine just said, it can go a long way. A FaceTime call is a lot more impactful than an actual phone call. So that's a great way to do face to face. So
Yes.
I also like borrow the equity. I think a lot of agents, they get in their head like, nobody wants to buy a house with me. I'm new. Like they don't trust me. Like I'm gonna wait to tell my friends or my family about that I'm in real estate once I close strangers. Like it's the weirdest thing. And I was there before too, but borrow the equity, like borrow the equity of your team, your brokerage, your upline, whoever it is that's in your corner, borrow it like as your story and leverage that so that they know that, hey, I'm not in this alone. I actually am backed and supported by an amazing successful team. They've closed, you know, X amount of homes this year. We're on track to sell like 50 million this year. So they know, hey, we have a lot of clout within the area. I've borrowed equity from EXP all the time. Like when I'm trying to sell a house or get a listing within an area I know shit about, I'll go ahead and I'll look up the brokerage in the area, see how many homes we sold. I'll pull up EXP listings within my listing presentation and borrow the equity. Like, hey, my brokerage is killing it. We just sold the house down the street. I don't even know the realtor. Just sold the house down the street, sold 3 homes across the way. Like we're doing big things. So they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. And your goal is just to sound confident and to use other people's stories.
Mm-hmm.
Percent. If you're attached to me, I mean, same thing with Lil. I'm sure like our group is in 5 states, right? Not even going above me. Like we're gonna do over 100 million this year as a group. So
Yeah.
like that's a powerful. Hey, our group is gonna do over 100 million, right? Like that's not many people can say that, but we are. We're in 5 states. Since December, we're gonna do over 100 million. I mean, I'm sure Lily, she's like coast to coast. They're probably gonna do like 200-300 million, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean that's it right there. So what else?
And Leo's org is in a billion. So I'm just saying.
Leo's
If
already
you
in
really
the
want to do
billions.
that,
Yeah, he's in a
if
billion.
you really want to do that.
Let me see.
$1 billion real estate over here.
Yeah, I know because Rick and them, they're over like 5 billion already. So, anyways, dude, the big takeaway I had was I didn't hear this ever. I didn't hear the group thing that Christine said. Like I do masterminds with agents, but I don't do it with my people. Like Maybe I'm gonna start a book club. Like I love like reading anyways. So I'm gonna start a book
Oh,
club.
a book club. You could jump
I
on
was
Zoom.
thinking that too.
Yeah, a book club. Maybe something like with sports. Like I love basketball, football, you know. So maybe something with sports or education, like reading, I think would be great. Oh, Karen has a book club. Wow. What oh her audio doesn't work, so I'd ask her what
The
books.
Diamondbacks are going to the World Series, bro.
I seen it, bro. Congratulations. Since '01. I
Yeah,
seen
about damn
um
time.
I think the group thing helps too because it's like when real estate is frustrating, you're still doing something that you love, you know, so it kind of keeps that balance.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think for me, I like that we're thinking virtual clubs because I've literally sold real estate in all types of counties, like Riverside, Ventura County, San Diego County. Like I've been all throughout California selling houses. So I do like hosting events, but all of my clients aren't local. So for me to host an event and get them here would probably be close to impossible. Which is why I'm trying to establish more of a local presence next year. But ultimately, I think maybe if I hosted something virtually, like a book club or some type of thing where we can all just jump online, I think it could work. So I appreciate this class. I'm learning too.
Do you have a Facebook group? Like Facebook group works too, you know, about topics that you love or something for
Uh,
your clients that
I
aren't
have
local?
no, I haven't started a Facebook group, but it's something that I am trying to implement. Do you have one, Chrissy?
No, that's also something that I wanted to implement. I did start one, but I didn't really work on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
understood.
well, it's all about eating the elephant. How do you eat the elephant? One bite at a time. So make a list. Maybe you might need to get a VA to help you out with that list, and then slowly start to implement all those things. So anyways, from this class, the action items, right? I'm gonna show you real quick what there is. Can I share this? Let me see if I can share this. Yes. Oh, no, I can't. You can't see it. I don't know why. All right. You can see it now. So you have the top 50 tracker, right? So go in there, make a copy for yourself if you don't already have one, and then organize, all your people, just put them in there. And then this book teaches you how to work by referral. Once you learn this book and you like embody it, there's no more calling expireds. Like you don't have to call expireds and physicals anymore because you have enough business coming in. If you want to call expireds, it's up to you. And then you're not having to spend crazy amounts of money on internet leads. So I would definitely recommend, if you have time, read this book. So what's the other action item? Oh, it was schedule 3 calls or 3 contacts for your SOI for the rest of the week, right? So for today, tomorrow, and the next day. So anyways, guys, I gotta run. I gotta do another meeting. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.